Today's media has sparked a lot of controversies about the role that video games play in kids' lives. So often, video games are the primary source of the argument. Do they lead to kids participating in violence? Do they make kids lazy? Both are valid questions, but if parents educate their children and monitor the amount of use, video games can be turned into educational benefits. Some video game educational benefits include helping kids become better teachers, improved problem-solving skills, improved multitasking skills, improved literacy skills, and improved hand-eye coordination. One of the educational benefits of video games is that it helps kids become better teachers. A study conducted by Parents.com states that one-third of the children they studied play video games so they could teach other children. They want to be good at the game so other kids will go to them for help or even just learn how to play. They want to be that go-to kid. The ability for them to teach their friends helps build patience, communication skills, and social skills. This also helps promote their leadership skills. They can take the initiative in the game when they are teaching, making them the leader while the others follow and learn. Depending on the type of game, the teaching and leadership can also create teamwork skills, teaching their friends to work as a team in order to achieve victory within the game. Improving problem-solving skills is also an educational benefit from video games. Life can present situations that are very similar to video games in that there are a series of puzzles and decisions. While there are similarities with video games and real life, it is easier for people to take the more risky route in the video game. Video games have become very interactive, requiring you to make decisions and use your problem-solving skills. This allows and requires you to stay alert rather than going into a blank or quote-unquote brain-dead state while playing video games. Manipulating in-game action challenges you by requiring you to use quick thinking techniques to adapt to new circumstances and rules. Very often, these new circumstances and rules require you to make decisions and make them quickly. The types of circumstances and situations that the games create make you be flexible, tolerant of uncertain situations, and comfortable making decisions without having all the information necessary. All skills that can be used in real-world situations. Video games can also help improve your multitasking skills. The actions of video games cause brain activity that help improve your multitasking skills. For example, a racing game requires you to use a control to manipulate your car. Your brain also has to deal with other cars that you are racing against and the changing environment of the race map that you are on. You are concentrating on having to control all three environmental aspects in order to achieve victory in the race. Another example is the classic game of Pac-Man. You navigate your character Pac-Man through different maps, seeking out different paths, all while trying to avoid four ghosts that are chasing you. Another educational benefit that video games can provide is helping to improve your child's literacy skills. With a combination of parents and teachers using quality educational titles, children showed quick improvement in their literacy proficiency. According to a recent study conducted from the Education Department Center and the U.S. Congress-supported Ready to Learn initiative, parents and teachers that included a curriculum which involves video games showed an increase in letter recognition, sound association with letters, and understanding basic concepts about stories and print. In addition to educational titles, other game genres incorporate literacy skills in order to be able to navigate through the video game. Puzzles and role-playing games often have pop-ups, giving instructions or background information to the story that require children to read and interpret them so they can reach the next phase of the video game. Writing skills are also a part of literacy skills, and while it's not something that can be traditionally expressed, some argue that video games offer a new form of writing expression. Traditional writing is performed with a pen or pencil and a piece of paper, or even with a computer and a word processing program such as Microsoft Word. Instead, video games require manipulation of the control and dictating the actions of your on-screen player, thus requiring children to think and express their thoughts through the game and the decisions that they make. Finally, improving a child's hand coordination is an additional educational benefit that can come from video games. Your child will use a device such as a controller, mouse, or keyboard to interact with the game, and that is just part of what helps improve hand-eye coordination. In order to achieve the desired results in the video game, your child's mind must constantly be working to think about how to perform the commands while also using the previously stated devices. While this type of interaction typically challenges the mental aspect of hand-eye coordination, there are plenty of video game systems that challenge both the mental and physical aspects of hand-eye coordination. The Nintendo Wii, Xbox 360 Kinect, and PlayStation 3 Motion all work at improving both aspects associated with hand-eye coordination. Wipeout is an excellent example of a Nintendo Wii title that challenges both parts of hand-eye coordination. Your child must use the control to run, jump, duck, and move side to side as they work their way through different obstacle courses. The mind is constantly working as new challenges force them to quickly determine what action to take in order to get to the next step of the game. A more controversial game, such as Call of Duty, can also achieve the same hand-eye coordination improvements, especially if using a game console-specific gun. The user must manipulate their way through many different maps and locations using the video game gun or controller. They must also identify and destroy enemies as well as complete game-specific goals. Even more simple games such as Tetris require hand-eye coordination, as you are required to press a key to change the block to a formation that most benefits you. Practically every game that a child plays requires controller commands for the game action that helps improve hand-eye coordination. Video games can be the topic of a lot of debate when trying to determine what impact they have on our children's lives. Some will say that excessive use of video games can cause our kids to become lazy and quote-unquote incoherent. If properly monitored by parents and teachers, video games can incorporate valuable educational benefits to our children. They can help children become teachers and improve problem-solving skills, multitasking skills, literacy skills, as well as hand-eye coordination. Be active in your child's passion for playing video games and make it an educational benefit rather than a hindrance. Thank you.